Gallery of Things Reverie is a hidden objects game, currently free from Prime Gaming, if you have a Prime membership, so not exactly free, via the Legacy Game Store until the 30th of July 2025. This is going to be a quick review, because that's almost the game described completely. It's really straightforward. You don't get much in the way of setup options. You can set the resolution, although the max size is only 1080p. You can choose full screen or windowed, and you can set the sound levels, but there's no difficulty settings. Now the game itself consists of 32 screens that are a base piece of art with what seems to me to be clip art just dropped in randomly. I did try a reverse image search of a couple of the screens, but I didn't find anything, so they could be original pieces. I didn't get much out of them personally, but then art isn't really my thing, so you might enjoy the art for itself. You get 18 small pictures at the bottom of the screen, 6 at a time, which are sections of a larger object in the main picture. You have to click on the object in the main picture that matches. One of those pictures will actually send you into a puzzle, so the game effectively contains 32 puzzles as well. None of the items are particularly hard to find. That's helped by the fact that the orientation of that mini picture is the same as the main picture. They don't do anything tricky like looking at it upside down, which really does help you find it far faster. The puzzles vary from jigsaw puzzles to a bit more complex logic puzzles. There were a few, 3 maybe, that took a little bit of thinking, though none really stumped me. It isn't always obvious what you're supposed to be doing in these puzzles, but there is a little question mark hint button at the bottom of the screen that tells you what you're supposed to do. There's nothing that tells you how to do it though. The only puzzles that didn't really work for me were a couple that had me dismantling electronic devices. I don't know if I was missing something, but it felt like I was just clicking on things as trial and error until something happened and I could click something off. If there was logic involved in the sequencing or a route displayed on screen, I couldn't see it. Gallery of Things Reverie is a very short game. It took me an hour and a half to completely finish it. You can go back and replay any level that you've already completed, but I don't see much replay value there. I didn't see any variation in the objects that you have to find, so I don't think there's any difference when you go back in and replay. Finding the objects was maybe a little bit too easy, at least for me. That's probably why the game was so quick, but at least you get to the puzzles fast. There were actually a few puzzles that I quite enjoyed. The couple of dismantling ones that I just didn't, and a whole bunch that were okay. As I said, none of these took that long to work out either. I think this game would make a good introduction to the genre of hidden objects and puzzle games, especially for kids who might be interested in playing. I think the difficulty would be pitched just about right for an entry level puzzle game. I don't see it posing much of a challenge to experienced puzzle gamers. I guess I count myself as one of those. I've played a lot of these games for the reviews, and it's definitely on the easy side. Since it's free, I'm going to give it a mild recommendation to people that like puzzle games and hidden object games. You'll get an enjoyable hour or two out of it, and so that's probably worth the download. It wouldn't be worth paying for in my opinion though. It's just too short and there's a lot of filler puzzles. Okay, now that no objects remain unhidden, I can finally go and make myself lunch because I can find it now. I'm going to go do that. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.